It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, and people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico.
Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon to you, good evening from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live, and I hope you can hear me so clearly. So I think this works. From wherever you are joining from, thank you for joining me. For those who are going to watch the video later, you're also welcome. Okay. Tonight, I just want to take you through the journey of the great job that Buhari and APC Abeokuta that they are doing in Nigeria. So if you are watching on Facebook, you can share this broadcast with your friends. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can do the same and let me know what the audio is like. I will be back. So I want to check my audio. Just a moment. So let me know in the comment section if the audio is perfect for you just before we continue. Okay, please. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Even as you might not like Buhari, you don't like him, but he is doing a job. Yeah. Thank you. So when we get to that section where we are likely going to have a phone call or phone in, I will use my headset. Thank you very much. Somebody said it should be increased a little. You might need to increase the volume of your own device. Thank you so much for joining me. Clear. You might not like Buhari, like all of us knows that as a jihadist, as a terrorist apologist, there's nothing to like except for those who are either seeking patronage or those who are feeding fat from the crumbs that they are getting in order to continue to be saboteurs to their own people in the name of one Nigeria, even though if they know it's not working. Let me put it this way. It is not a news that Nigeria is not working. It never worked, right? It is not working. And as we have it, right, it is never going to work. And you and I know why. But some people will tell you that we might need to be patient a bit. Before they added terrorism to the trouble and problem of the whole Nigeria, it was all about corruption, poverty, and all that. Abi, police brutality, injustice here and there. This has now been, all these have now been upgraded with the addition of terrorism, state-sponsored terrorism. So, since Buhari came, and when you remember that time, I'll keep reminding you, by the way, it's for a reason. You remember that time when Buhari went to the US? You remember that video? Buhari went to the US and he told his own US audience, who asked him that as the new president, what is your plan for the government of national unity? National unity means inclusiveness. Something that the past, guys who have been in charge of Nigeria, they have managed to perfect the art of that scheme of making everybody believe that they are involved in how Nigeria is being run or governed. Even though upon all of that, the only thing they could deliver was just poverty, corruption, and underdevelopment. But they still managed to hide what Buhari came out to expose. And that is the fraudulent united Nigeria. So whether you like him, whether you don't like him, there's something you have to be thankful for. If not for Buhari, today, the people, everyone from every part of Nigeria, who are now either seeking for Buhari to resign, if they still want them to believe that Nigeria is a country, or restructure and different demand, and those who are asking for, let us all go our different ways and save lives. The reason why all of these are at the top, the top voices right now is simply because Buhari is doing a great job of dividing Nigeria. The problem is beyond just the poverty now. It has grown deeper into ethnic division, which has always been the red line for years. That ethnic division, that those who are ethnic jingoists, religious fanatics, and those who have used all manner of tools to hoodwink the poor people who are trapped in Nigeria. Buhari has snowballed it since they gained power, right? This stench of division and total disappointment is also oozing outside Nigeria, including all the rest of Africa, where other African countries no longer really look up to Nigeria, except those who knows that if you are a Fulani from any part of West Africa and you have access to power, you can be a friend to another Fulani jingoist, religious fanatic, a terrorist apologist, and all that. You'll be a friend to Nigeria. Apart from that, that is why when you see the friends of Buhari in Africa, you see mostly dictators or product of dictatorship in Africa. So he divided Nigeria to the point that people are now so interested in separating and going different ways with the Fulanis in Nigeria. And you all know why. That is the job Buhari has been doing. And we must acknowledge it, whether we like it or not. Today, the Yorubas are not just demanding for a different arrangement with Nigeria. Young Yorubas are demanding for what they believe is the better option for their future. But let me take you through this journey, the journey of self-discovery. You are a young man. I'm a young man. And I don't know how long I have to live. And personally, at this stage of my life, I don't think it is ideal for me to listen to the same older people who have been deciding and in a way coercing and cajoling us, manipulating us to agree with them for years in deciding for what should be our future. We have let them decide for so long. They have become so rich, so powerful. Now, when you say journey of self-discovery, it is a journey of you asking yourself, what do you want in life? When you go to the church, they will tell you, whatever you want, ask God. But what they won't tell you is that God may grant you the wisdom to ask what you really want. The wisdom of asking. Well, let's start from the wisdom of thinking and realizing that you deserve better and you should go for it, even if you are religious, right? A journey of self-discovery where you will say, where is my future going? If you sit down and if you use this particular statistic, which will help you, self-discovery, in order for you to come to the realization that, do you really think Nigeria is for you? And why? Where is that conviction coming from? What makes you feel so convinced that it's just going to be a matter of time? I will come to that. Self-discovery, where you can ask yourself, is Nigeria really for me? If Nigeria is going to be for me, what kind of Nigeria is it going to be for me? Now, if you go to church, like I said, or if you are a prayerful person, which I do respect a lot. I don't know much about our prayer point anymore, but I respect it. But let's say you have the ability to think that your situation needs to change, right? And therefore you take it to God. The ability to think it is also the ability to change it. After asking God, maybe ask for God for guidance. Some of you have different relationship with your God, and I respect that, okay? The only point I disagree with you, because I know that is the point where the politician take advantage of you. You believe in God. You have very strong faith. I respect that. Okay? Now, you know that if you ask your God for something, one way or the other, it is either you get more inspiration to go and do it, the confidence and the courage to go and ask, after thinking that your situation needs to change, you relay it to God. Great. After that, the Bible says, faith. Is that what it says? Faith without work is nothing. You have the faith. God, I deserve a better life. I am a graduate. I am educated enough. I've got this skill. And the society is pretty much rigged against me. God is not going to unrig that against you. Right? Now, you thought about it and you're like, I want to change my situation. The next thing will be, how? You don't leave it to God and say, God, lead me. What you are doing is that, you are, in a way, giving your own responsibility to God and then wait because you have faith. That is where the manipulation comes in. That is why today, many of you, despite the fact that you used to be so faithful to God, right? You are so strong. But it is Nigeria that made you begin to question that your God. I respect you and I respect every decision of yours. But when you can pinpoint where they are playing you, the likes of Tifnumbu will not be able to speak for you because he can't speak for you. He's been speaking for you. He's been claiming to be speaking for you. At least, even if you don't know much about the past, the last 22 years, he's been paraded as a Yoruba leader. What makes a leader? Responsibility to speak for your people. Fight for them, not for yourself, or make your people fight for you. That is what the likes of Tifnumbu and the rest are doing. When they want to manipulate you, they will use where you come from. They will use God to tell you. I'm going to go into detail of that, why you should never be manipulated. And what is going on right now, it is a revolution of mind, especially of the young people. For 22 years since democracy started, 22 years in 1999, from 1999 to 2021, that's about 21 years. There are many young people in Yoruba land right now. Many young people in northern Nigeria. Many young people in Biafra land. They were given birth to 21 years ago. Some of them, they have been trapped in that Nigeria. Those who were talking for them, those who were negotiating for them, those who have become governors, reps, senators, they have been people who came from your own zones and regions. So when these failed people come back to you to say, God is on the throne, God has a plan, God is going to do something, what they are doing is that they are telling you not to ask questions in order not to act. They are also telling you at the same time that you shouldn't question them that much, because whatever they manage to do, just consider it that it was God that told them to do it. Even if they want to help you, even if they want to build a good country, even if they want to keep you safe, right? They still need God, like you. They need God to guide them before they can do it. But they don't need God to budget billions and billions. They didn't need God to borrow money in your names. They didn't need God, right, to bring you to this sorry wreck stage. But they are now asking you, where is your faith? That is why if you go to any church and you are talking about Nigeria, and they are telling you that the reason why you have no job is simply because there are some village people after you. The reason why you have no job is because somebody placed the generational curse on you. That is another manipulation to take your mind off the real problem. There is no village people after you, if you reason it well. Politicians who continue to borrow money, they continue to sell crude oil, they continue to print money, they continue to tax you, they continue to borrow money in your name, right? Despite all of that, they destroyed the economy, stole everything they could steal, and they shipped everything abroad. You know about it. Now, when you fail to build hospitals, when you fail to equip those hospitals, when you fail to build schools and you fail to equip them, you fail to build roads, you fail to build or even to train the policemen that are going to undo arms and ammunition to protect the citizens. When you fail to pay them, when you fail in all of this, what you are calling for is this. You have a generation, you have a population of uneducated or miseducated people who will rather become superstitious because they cannot think. So when you destroy, the way to destroy a country is to destroy the education. Education in Nigeria is destroyed. You and I know that, right? So when they fail in that regard, they have already cheated you. Now listen to this. If you are not one of those who are opportune enough to have an uncle or to have parents who were able to give you the education they could afford, to the level they could afford, to today where you can fend for yourself, despite the rigged system against you, right? If you are lucky, be grateful. There are millions that are not, right? Because of poor healthcare system in Nigeria, 2 out of every 5 children given birth to in Nigeria, they will die before they reach their age or before they reach the age 5. Listen to this. That is not village people. That is not Ogbanje. That is not Abiku. It is a faulty healthcare system that will allow, 2. In fact, the figure was that 4 out of 10 of every child born in Nigeria, 10 children in Nigeria, 4 of them are going to die before they reach the age 5. You know what I'm talking about. Some will die while they give birth to them, few months. Some will die after a year. Many people have considered their own children dying simply because of abiku, or some people killing and feeding their children. Evil people. That is what the system can do to you. The education is ruined. There is poor, adulterated education system, producing and churning out graduates that are unemployable. But there are people who are trying to re-educate themselves so that they can at least match up. Those who couldn't re-educate themselves, they are educating themselves on how to at least also rigged in the system, using every means of fraud and fraudulent means. That's the system they created by destroying education. That has nothing to do with God. When they destroyed the healthcare system, that has nothing to do with God. Right? Now, when you now go to church and they make you give testimonies that you are traveling in your bus, that you are traveling in, out of 18 people, 14 people died. 3 people broke their legs, broke their necks, and broke their back. But you, by the grace of anointing, grace of God, you are rescued. And the only thing you are going to pick out of that is that at least you didn't die. Do you get that now? 18 people, 14 died. Hey, thank God though. So with that, you will never be able to reason why the road that was supposed to be constructed wasn't constructed. The system that should check if that vehicle is actually roadworthy, there is no system to check that. So that is why when you want to travel in Nigeria, they will say, everybody close your eyes, let us pray. They want to pray against, they want to bind, they want to lose, they want to do every evil thing on the road. But in fact, the funny part is that they will even be praying against bad road. They will be praying against brake failure. They will be praying against tire busting, because that is what a rigged system does to you. Now, let us come back to those who have made that happen and why the same people cannot tell you that they have a new idea. What is the new idea? Do you get that? What is that new idea? That they are now going to start building hospitals, or they are going to start paying doctors, and they are going to start improving healthcare or building schools? Hello? That they are going to begin to start training police? They have been talking about police reform. You know it. How can the same people tell you that you are too young to understand war? How can the same people be telling you that you are wrong to demand for a better life, whether as Oduduwa Republic or a restructured Nigeria that actually care for you? How can anybody tell you that you are too young to be asking for that? How? And you want to agree? How can a referendum become a war? How? It is because of a destroyed education system. And many of us, we are product of that failed education system. And when you listen to them, when you read them online, offline, you are just going to shake your head. Like, you have what is called federal character. Federal character, even if though they put together a fraudulent country, right? A country that is rigged against others, there is no genuine, reliable census in Nigeria. And do you know why? Because if they should do it, it will become so obvious that the long-held belief that northern Nigeria are more than southern Nigeria, that myth will automatically be demystified. Because you see, the fraudulent Nigeria they put together says every money generated from every part of Nigeria, okay, should go to the center. So that money will now be shared according to the population, also according to the numbers of states, also according to the numbers of local governments. So they now brought a bogus census. For years, they have been using it, right? Bogus. They said the northern Nigeria, which happens to be mostly desert, unoccupied space areas, right? But whether na cow, na goat, chicken, or even small building, they counted them as human beings and they piled up the figure. So when they started structuring, because when you are asking for restructuring, you either don't know what you are asking for. Restructuring is a fraud. To the Fulani oligarchs, the Sokoto Caliphate, they have already restructured Nigeria to what they want. The only restructuring you are asking for is the one that is against them, and I will make you understand. Federal character says everybody from everywhere must be part of the government in the center in deciding what will happen. But when Buhari came, it destroyed federal character. So when they put this fake structure together, they gave 19 states to northern Nigeria, which has now become a lie. Because from that 19 states, there lies the Middle Belt. And they have their own about 5 states there. However, 19 states from 36 states. And they gave 17 states to the southern Nigeria. According to them, the north is more than the south. On record, geographically, there is no way a northern desert will be more populated than a vegetated greener pasture that is so close to the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. But in Nigeria, they put that fraud together. Out of 774 local government areas in Nigeria, they put over 450 in northern Nigeria. Okay? And they put about 320 in southern Nigeria. So whenever every penny they raised from every part, including crude oil sale, all the money will go to Abuja. Okay? And they will now share the money according to the numbers of local government per state. Okay? Now, when it comes to the money that goes to Abuja, northern Nigeria in total, in a year, they contribute to Abuja, they contribute a total of 140 billion naira. Now, when you read it in the papers that Nigeria shared 670 billion, and from this money, 51% goes to the federal government. I think it's 55% goes to the federal government. 45% goes to the, 30% goes to the state. 15% goes to the local government. Now, if you have more local government in your own state, there is guarantee that you get more money. Right? So this is how they have been sharing it. There is something called Education Tax Fund. Education Tax Fund in Nigeria requires or mandates every company in Nigeria to pay 2% of their gross profit, annual profit, before tax. So they will pay 2% of that profit to the federal government. That money is meant for education. That law says the region with the most companies should be given more percentage of that money every month to go into education. You know what they do with that money? They just add the entire money to the entire money they want to share. They will just share everything. While the total generated revenue, that is federal government revenue in Nigeria, comes, a total of over 70% of the of the federal government revenue in Nigeria come from the southern Nigeria. Southern Nigeria takes just about 15% of that money. The remaining of that money, the 75% of that money goes to Abuja and Northern Nigeria. Do you now see why they have a lot of money to sponsor terrorism? Because when they rated the internally generated revenue within states in Nigeria, 19 states from Northern Nigeria generated in a total revenue of 1.3 trillion naira between 2020 and 2021. The Southern Nigeria generated over 970 billion internally among the states. Northern Nigeria generated something around 360 billion, 19 states. But they contributed so little. Even that little they contribute, with the chunk they get back, they still failed to invest it in their people. They are investing the money in either expanding religious fanaticism or expanding Sharia, sponsoring terrorism, and then sponsoring international propaganda against Nigeria on why Nigerians must accept terrorism as a way of life. Do you understand that now? This is why when Buhari came in, right, and he decided to put in his Fulani brothers and sisters, terrorist apologists everywhere, right? People didn't really care. That was the first time he destroyed what is called the federal character. Now that the federal character has been killed, the Southern collaborator, those who told you that Nigeria will still work, whether PDP or APC, they are keeping mute because at first they told us Buhari could do whatever he liked. He could appoint anybody from anywhere he wanted. If he wanted everybody from Daura, he could do it. That was what the Southern saboteur told us. But what they didn't tell us was that arrangement was going to put us in danger. We are going to begin to run from our homes, from the AK-47 wielding criminals who now have the protections of the Nigerian police, the protection of the Nigerian military, the protection of the Nigerian Air Force, the protection of the Nigerian presidency. If you speak up, you are tagged enemy of Nigeria. If you speak up, you are tagged enemy of Northern Nigeria. If you speak up, even when your people are killed, you are tagged a terrorist, even when terrorists are killing you. This is what the 6 years of APC, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, Al-Qaeda People's Court Group, Al-Qaeda People's Court, this is where they have brought you in 6 years. If you want to divide a country, elect a Buhari. We were reading their response to Enugu Parrot, Mbaka. Enugu Parrot, Mbaka does not deserve anybody's pity. But again, sarcastically, we cannot say an attack on Mbaka is an attack on the Southern Nigeria. The criminals who were able to defend it's a pandemic. The Al-Qaeda apologists in Buhari's government, the same characters who have been doing overwork, they have been doing overtime to convince us that whatever Isa pandemic said is allegiance to terrorists, and his exposure or his his role being in charge of your own personal data doesn't count. Then we can say, Mbaka, Enugu Parrot, any attack on him is attack on the Yoruba, on the Southern Nigeria. But however, you might not actually have to pity him. This is why Mbaka, the Enugu Parrot.
So you are here in your capacity as a big governor, and I wish to tell you the truth. What we are doing here is like fundraising to build this ministry. We have a lot of structures we are yet to build. Here I am now. I am a tenant living in somebody's house to park in here. So we are asking you, former minister and the governor, you have said something to break the collar. And we say you should not be announced publicly. I will not announce it publicly. But I want to tell you that of all that supported the other governors who came, none of them even give anything lesser than that. So we have been waiting since we heard you are coming. All these things are to be sold. We could have started sales, but they said you are coming. We delayed everything. Even this Prado, this vehicle, all these things are to be sold. We are to build structures here, hostels, hospitals, facilities, auditoriums. So, please, which of the structures can you people help us to build? Please. The issue on supporting Buhari. The issue on supporting Buhari. If you were here when we are speaking to P2B representing Atiku, how I wish you were here. I know that Obi went out here almost disgraced. So supporting Buhari is almost becoming a curse. It's no longer a blessing. We won't tell you that we will not support him. Even if not for his sake, for the sake of his good wife. She has been sending some little charity articles, food items we give to the poor. But this ministry must be built. For his sake, I was almost being assassinated because we stood for him. APC was down till the prophecy came up here that Buhari is going to be the president. And after that, we were forgotten and abandoned. We are delaying that Atiku will come and see me because I want to know what we can do that will not be put to shame by supporting somebody that God has not approved. I will give you the microphone. Listen, Governor. You know, when you were speaking about Igbo people in Kano, this is all we know. We have been supporting you people. If you know what this ministry is passing through, because we are supporting Buhari. And the attackers are waiting to hear me say that I'm supporting him again, and the attack will start, and the Buhari will remain in his rock, being somebody who cannot give money. What does that mean? All the people they are giving allocation, what qualification do they have that we don't have? Who among them have done for him what we are doing for him? Not what we have done, what we are doing for him. It's because of this Buhari that we have told P2B all this rubbish he had today. And I want to tell you, if Buhari will remain ungrateful to this ministry, he is going nowhere. The one who has supported him, what is holding him is spiritual. How many times had he died almost? And he should not take it for granted that he's now healthy. Anything can happen and his health will collapse. Atiku is waiting for him somewhere. And the only thing that can stop Atiku is spiritual. So, you people should go and come back. You should not take us for granted. I am speaking with spiritual mandates. Even if people don't want to do something for us, look at the poor masses that almost died for you people. Not even a broom job is given to anybody. How can I speak to them again to support? All of them love Buhari, but they have been abandoned by the same Buhari. So, I am asking you, if you can save even the image of this, our brother who wants to be the governor. If you listen, the moment he said he wants to be the governor, people started shouting, no. Can you sense it? Because they felt hot. You have not seen the adoration people. These are people who came for the bazaar. If you come in any of our crusades, or come here, send somebody 31st night, December. you will know the capacity of the people grieved. Our loyalty, our support for Buhari is not debatable. But the way he has paid back to us is dangerous and cancerous and destructive and can pull any leader down. That is why if we now stop supporting Ugwai and start supporting this man, he doesn't need to spend one kobo to win. But as of now, the whole Enugu, forget about those who are deceiving him. So I want you to help and clean the image. It's a culture of ingratitude. And I don't want that to continue. Like now you have come, when you go, tell him, say Friday they will invite me in Abuja, I will come and stay for 1 week and come back. Nobody will see me. I will call and call and call, and even when we see him, listen, if I tell you the level of fasting and prayers that are generated from this ministry, for Buhari's health, for his continuity, if there is time, I will take you to where I was living. Buhari's health, for his continuity. If there is time, I will take you to where I was living. Because of this Buhari, I am in this bush. Can the federal government take this minister as a project? What will it lose from their pocket? A ministry that will back them spiritually and they will go forward. So when you go, you organize your people. Tell them that the man called Mordecai has not been rewarded. Therefore, the king will never have rest. You know, Jonathan thought with all the things he had as a president that he will win. Jonathan is from this side. He's my brother, my friend. But he was alive and I told him he will not win. He should resign honorably or he will be disgraced publicly. That Buhari is taking the chair. If it is a place where things work well, the moment Buhari climbs to that chair, he will come here. What does it take him? One morning flight, he comes here and thank the minister that made him who he is. Then he can fly back. So it's not a matter of breaking collar with anything and we should announce silently. They will still know because it will be in the record. So take a project. Kano State has the capacity.
I know. It can be annoying, isn't it? But it's good for you can see how cringy it is, right? Very cringy. These are the worst parts towards 2019, right? It's so cringy. And these are the people that they want somebody like me to listen to. I mean, no offense, all right? You may be listening to somebody like that. But you see, when you see pastors or bishop or a cleric or a father or anybody, the moment they say they have opinion about politics, which is great, but they should never, any conversation that has to do with politics, they should never associate it with God because it is manipulative. It is the way to manipulate you. Because you have to respect them because you might think they are hearing from God. Which God? Sure. Do you understand that? Because if you go back, way back, you realize that some of those people who prophesied most of the time, they have been telling us how this is going to happen, that's going to happen, Nigeria is going to be this, blah, 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 blah. You know so many of those things, right? Because they're not hearing from anybody. It's always been a job. No single one of them could tell us that this is our sin. This is the sin. The offense we commit or committed was because of this. And they could have pleaded with God to forgive. Abi, have they not been asking God for forgiveness for Nigeria? Now, so God hates Nigeria rich because they're not hearing from any God. So job. Thank God for social media. That's why they don't like us. They say we are unfiltered, we are unchecked, and we just throw everything out there. That's what we do. When Mbaka said this, they didn't take it lightly with him. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, this.
People should go to farm. They should farm. After farming, herdsmen will go and eat the crops. And the herdsmen will not be branded terrorists. Last week it was in Owerri, jailbreak here and there. We never heard of such things that are happening now. But if the government will not sit up and do what they should do, begin to rule out the monies they packed, preparing for 2023, that 2023 may not come. It will be a story of tragedy. I plead that the church leaders will understand me as a messenger of God and not begin to fight me, because the danger is going to affect the church. When gunmen begin to strike inside the church, they will begin to kill one man of God or the other man of God and kill members in the church. Who will go to church again? The priests will lose their jobs. The bishops will lose their jobs. So you better keep quiet or you support what I'm saying. Because it's evolving from the altar of truth and righteousness. Everybody will soon be affected. How can our children be killed? Just listen, you hear about killing. Nobody is safe again in this country. Do you think you are safe? Ask your neighbor.
You think say they're wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the guy.
Honestly speaking. But like I said, any attack on Mbaka from these terrorists from northern Nigeria is an attack on the southern Nigeria. Sarcastically, by the way, because I don't. I condone this kind of people. That's why I don't believe in them. So I was talking about self-discovery, right? Self-discovery. What do you want? Should people continue to think for you? Should people continue to decide for you? And when I say decide for you, critical things that affect you directly. If you don't know before, it is affecting you. What do you want? I mean, everybody will say, I'm praying for God this and that. Good, pray, fine. How do you think you're going to get it? That's why I support, our people today who believe that they are not going to continue with the generation that brought them here. That is why the likes of Tifnumbu, what do you call them? All these guys from Yoruba land. Once they continue to talk about one Nigeria, just know that they are not speaking for me. They might be speaking for their generation and those they've stolen their future. But they can't speak for me. Why? How can they speak for me? When they left me in a country that we have been turning around, and finally, when they now brought to Buhari, everybody can collapse like this. That's it. So, when the young Yorubas went to town today in Abeokuta, they received an intimidation and threat from the government of Ogun State. And they nearly carried it out. Several times they actually attacked them. But I don't know if many of you have seen the video. I watched the video while I was at work today. I couldn't really, be like, yes. But yeah, I was doing that behind the scene, like, good one. I saw the crowd when they got to Oduduwa Republic campaigner, is awareness. See, let me tell you something. Some people are saying, how are they going to get this Oduduwa Republic? They are just, is it just by protesting? You don't understand. There's nothing like protesting, okay? There are people who have put together all necessary documents that will make the demand of the Yoruba people a legitimate, internationally acceptable way of parting or dividing a country, a referendum. That is the legitimate way. That doesn't mean that, we are not prepared for the other one. No. However, we need awareness. We need more people, more and more and more Yorubas to begin to see that they deserve better. You know, they need to know that they deserve better. There's nothing like, and would you along? There's nothing like God will do it go better. There's nothing like that. Do not succumb to that kind or subscribe to that kind of line anymore. So once we continue to get on and continue to do the awareness, that means we'll get more and more and more and more and more people knowing why they deserve Oduduwa Republic and not Tifnumbu's bag of rice for 2023. They're still going to collect it. I'm going to be lying to you if I tell you that our people are not already queuing up, forming groups for Tifnumbu 2023. Even in PD, they are busy. Even though they are hearing about Oduduwa Republic. But some of them are feeling like, I don't understand it. We have to make them understand. Okay? That is why those awareness, those rallies, and all of that, they must continue. Very much continue. Do you get that now? While those who are mounting pressure, remember, Ishokon Yoruba, the Ilana Yoruba, and other Yoruba socio-political cultural groups, they have all come together. You remember when they came together in Ibadan in March? And was it March? Yeah, in March. And they said they gave all the political representatives of Yoruba land to begin the process of putting together a memorandum that they will move a motion for a referendum that will lead to Oduduwa Republic. So don't be deceived. Some of them are trying to be politically correct too, without having to raise too much alarm or publicly endorsing the Oduduwa Republic, but they are working on it. So those who are saddled with that, they are working on it. I'm trying to lay my hands on the current memorandum of independence that the Ishokon and Ilana Yoruba that they have developed. I'm trying to get my hands on that so that I can bring that onto Maiyegun's diary and I can take you through what is Oduduwa Republic, how and who are those who will make up Oduduwa Republic, and what will make Oduduwa Republic. What type of government are we going to have in Oduduwa Republic? Your currency, your economy, your security, defense, and all of that. These are now detailed in a memorandum of independence. I am looking for it, and when I get it, and I'm asking for those who actually have it now, those who are working on this, watching my video, please do everything to put this in a PDF or so file that you can put online and people can download them. This can always be open for review. Whatever you've put together now, right? Please, it will help us in educating the people what and where we make Oduduwa. This is what the conversation should be about, right? It's not going to be about, is it not going to be the people that are in Nigeria now that will be in Oduduwa Republic? Is it going to be another this? No. That is why the awareness is a must and it must continue. To every one of you reaching out to my brother Koiki, all of you raising funds, supporting them. Yeah. Apart from the fact that you will continue to be replenished and blessed with what you are doing, your own token and subscription, or let me say contribution to what is going on for Oduduwa Republic is the only oil, the only fuel that is helping us to continue to spread the awareness. You see, the elite, they have not generally accepted it, but give them time. They are not stupid. They are watching. Once we make them realize that they are only safe if that middle class, that elitism that they have now can last them another decade. With Nigeria that is there, many of them will soon become Olowo men of yesterday, because Nigeria will destroy you, ruin your business. That is the agenda. So once we begin to make them realize that they have a better chance, better life, better prosperity, safe and respect, citizenship in their own country where they can speak their own language. Well, they don't, not that they don't know, they do. But to them, being part of Nigeria for now is sensible because they are elite. They are not really affected. But once they begin to key into it, awareness will make them key into it. Our continuous talking will make them key into it. Once they begin to key into it, it becomes a project, a real one that will go faster than many of those naysayers are predicting. And I strongly believe in that. So if you have been reaching out to Koiki and to every other group doing everything back home, please continue increase it. It is working. Our guys were in Abeokuta today, and the policemen in Abeokuta were shooting at them. First, they arrested some of them. And you know what happened? When they arrested some of the Oduduwa Republic awareness rally members, right? They took them to Eleweron. Eleweron is the police headquarters in Ogun State. You know what happened? The people just, they just stopped the rally. Everybody just moved to Eleweron. And for those of you who have seen the video, right? I captured a part, which is outside Eleweron, outside the police headquarters. When they released everybody they arrested, they released all of them, right? So the rally continued. Then they sent their SWAT and some other criminal policemen to go and intimidate them. They started shooting. They shot 4 rounds of ammunition at them. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was injured. But the policemen had to rescue and then, take to safety the policeman that fired that shot. And people are demanding they must provide that policeman that shot at the Oduduwa, the Yoruba sons and daughters in Abeokuta today, the 1st of May, 2021. We will continue to demand for that. We'll find him. We'll unveil him. So he decided to kill Oduduwa sons, Yoruba sons and daughters in Yoruba land, in Abeokuta today. This is what happened. Watch.
They are shooting. Ọlọ́pàá ẹ yìnbọn. The police are shooting here. They are shooting. The police are shooting here. Emma share broadcasting. Koiki Media bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Get a Yibo. Why are you shooting? Question your people. Why are you shooting? Why are they shooting, sir? We have came here for a peaceful rally. Why are they shooting? I want you to know that your word is watching you now. Kí ló yìnbọn fún? Kí ló yìnbọn fún? Ẹ máa ṣe broadcasting. They have just shot a guy here. Ọlọ́pàá ẹgbẹ́ ẹni kò pé kí wọ́n gba ìbọn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. You can see òun ló ń kọ́kì ìbọn yẹn. You can see what is going on there. Am I share broadcasting? Kí ló yìnbọn fún? We have all been here since morning. Hello, corrected. The whole world is watching what is happening here. Yes, hey, caution guy here. Caution here. Caution. Kí ló yìnbọn fún? I want you to know that the whole world is watching this right now. Why are they shooting? Am I share broadcasting? Caution there. And we want to see discipline here. Caution guy here. Caution guy so you're yelling. Where is he? Where is he? We want you to caution him and we want to see him apologize here now. Ibolewa. Your word is watching everything now. Let everyone use turbulence. Give me that, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. You must bring him here. You must You must apologize to the whole world at my front here, or else something will happen here. Let only go. Straight bullet, you know this side. He's shooting a straight bullet. And he will come here. Sir, we need to apologize here. The people are complaining. The people watching are saying something. They are watching. They are saying something.
I love that. Remember, the state governor said it was, the state government and the governor said that they won't allow any rally, Oduduwa Republic rally in Abeokuta. And if anyone comes to Abeokuta, they will be arrested and they will be taken to Kuje prison straight away. That was the arrangement. But I think the turnout shocked them. You need to go and see Koiki Media, Koiki's Facebook page. It's loaded for those who would like to take a long watch. Even Tinubu is shocked. You are shooting Yoruba sons and daughters in Yoruba land for asking for Oduduwa Republic. Eh? Let me see that. That's like 10 minutes. 10 seconds rather. Okay. So that is that. I'm so happy and proud of you guys, okay, who went out today. You see, some people will say, Maiyegun, can't you come back home and do it? Listen, we can come back home and do it. All right. But not all of us will come back home and do it. Okay. The first thing is that, did you see those who came out today and who have always been coming out? 99% of them are like you. They are in Nigeria. They are there. They know what is happening to them. They know that with the way Nigeria is arranged, there is no guarantee for their future. They know it. Do you get that now? And they decided to go out with 1% motivation. They are out there demanding for what is right. But you are waiting for Maiyegun to come back, Abi. Meanwhile, you are also waiting for them to pass you your 1,000 naira, Abi, so that you can go and join those who are likely going to attack these ones. Or maybe those of you, they will give 5,000, 2,000 naira to go and buy a time so that you can log in on Facebook and you can tell us why Oduduwa Republic is nonsense. So you won't need Maiyegun because 99% of you who are out there asking for something better, they are not different from you. It just seems to be a waste product, or deliberately. Like I said, you might actually be enjoying the crumb too. Congratulations. I can't fault you. All right. But people who your greed and selfishness, right, and your foolishness affects, they are those who are demanding for something better. So enjoy your own slavery. It works well for your own parent, possibly. No apologies, by the way. And hopefully it will work for you again as well. And it will possibly work for your children too. There are people who are not going to be comfortable with it. There are people who are not comfortable with it. All right? And they are not going to wait for Maiyegun to come back. They are going to do it. They are doing it. They're not even waiting for Maiyegun to come back. They're not waiting for anybody to come back. They are asking for what rightfully belongs to them. But to some of you, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Buhari idiots, the collateral mumus, you believe that asking for something better is a call for death because those who enslaved you, the people who made your life like this, right? Where they turn you to prayer warrior, fasting and prayer. Abi, the man that knows God, you have become secretary to God because you can tell us how God reasons. You can tell us who is going to, all that nonsense, with the level they have made you. There are people who tell you that they are not actually comfortable with it. They are not. So you might be comfortable with it. Let me just cut it that way. Okay. So, however, I've got something I want to share with you. This time around, this comes from Ghana. Right? It comes from Ghana. And it is a Ghana author on a program in Ghana that call our attention to the public acceptance of a failure by Buhari Numadu, lifeless Buhari. Yeah, I'll share that with you.
This one not day off in mind.
This meeting, the gravamen of the discussions at this meeting was about moving the U.S. Africa Command to Africa. It was about establishing a U.S. military base in Africa. That's what they were discussing. And I was so embarrassed. I felt so disgraced by the Nigerian head of state and the kinds of things he said. I am embarrassed by Buhari. Listen, when Buhari was campaigning to replace Goodluck Jonathan, what did he tell the people of Nigeria? That he is a former general, an astute general, and that if he got power, he will be able to stop the operations of Boko Haram. Is that not the promise he made? Now the same Buhari is standing around and saying, hey, I raised my hand, we can't fight Boko Haram. America, come and fight Boko Haram for us. He should be leaving office. He should be leaving office. He has not fulfilled his promise to the Nigerian people. In any case, if Nigeria, a giant in Africa, Nigeria is a giant in Africa. If Nigeria cannot deal with Boko Haram and has to go and beg Anthony Blinken to bring soldiers into Lagos and Abuja and other places to fight Boko Haram, then what would other countries do? What would Gambia do and so on? We are walking back into the embrace of our slave masters. We are walking back into the embrace of our neo-colonial and colonial oppressors and exploiters. That is what we are doing. And these African leaders are doing that without blinking an eye, without any shame. What an embarrassment. Look, to go to Senegal, and to my horror,
it was an interesting chat, and that is why I decided to bring a part of that. Okay, in another phase, don't worry. See, you know, one thing is this: don't mind. What's that his name again? Let me go check his name. There's somebody. Some of my friends are talking about somewhere called social or something. Social. See, I am not interested in many of you Buhari idiots to like me. You know, I do say that, by the way, right? You don't like me. I don't like you too. Because you can't be in love and in bed with terrorist apologists. Somebody will send more of you, your women, your children, into the hands of terrorists. Today, that same person is somebody you actually want to dislike me for. Fine. So if you're in bed with Buhari, there's nothing I'm going to say that is meant to make you feel good. Okay? Because you should normally feel bad with what Buhari has done to all of you. Look at it. You think I don't like you simply because I'm trying to save your life, trying to make you think that I am not going to be your problem. Whatever the Boko Haram are doing to anybody in northern Nigeria, it will not be because Maiyegun criticized Buhari or exposed him. Okay? It's not going to be because I criticized or exposed the Fulani terrorist. Even if you're a Fulani man. Do you get that now? That they are kidnapping your school children, kidnapping women, raping them, selling them off as slaves. You, being a Fulani man, or coming from northern Nigeria, or as a Buhari idiot, or as a collateral mumu, whoever you are, I don't need you to like me. Because you cannot say it is because it's because we are exposing this rot. That is why more people are being killed in Zamfara. That is why more terrorists are kidnapping your women and children. You won't say that. You can't say because I'm saying it. That's why they are doing it. So if you mentally believe that The reason why they are killing you, the reason why Nigeria is what it is, or the call for referendum, referendum is a call for war. And do you now understand? Do you now understand where I've been coming from? They intentionally, deliberately destroy you. Now you are looking at me. They are making you see me as a possible enemy because maybe I am infidel to you. Maybe, right? Maybe I'm infidel to you. That alone means that you don't even see me as somebody who is clean enough or who is intelligent enough to tell you that supporting somebody who cannot provide safety for your own people is wrong. The moment you see me, because your belief is that probably I'm an infidel, I don't like you. And it's actually because I like you. It's because I actually love you. I love humanity. I love the people. And I wish you can reason well. And reason well enough to know that the only fuel, the only tonic that keeps this corrupt Al-Qaeda people's caught in power to continue to make your life miserable today is because you think talking about them make me your enemy. So I don't like you because you don't like me too. And I don't care. Do you get that now? 2 million, they said, were in IDP camp. 2 million. Today, what do you have? How many do you have in IDP camp? Over 12 million. Now, this problem has now spread to the other part of the country. People are reacting to that. A state governor came out. You condemned him. A terrorist came out. You defended him. A governor, if a state governor...
Mr. President is just working for this Fulanis to take over the whole country. His body language is what is being played out. Mr. President gives order, and another person, minister, come and counter it. Is that not a shame? Just like the first lady said some time ago, where are the men in this country to come out and confront this? That is Mr. President's wife coming out to lament and to cry and to say that Nigerians should arise, that something is wrong. The president must tell us what is wrong with him so that we can all help him. I want to call on my colleagues, the governors, because after presidency is the governors. We must work hard to ensure that we salvage this country. Otherwise, this country where I'm seeing it, it is being drowned. And we must salvage it. Otherwise, tomorrow we wake up, there will be no country. You can imagine if I have not been there, that major road is blocked. You can imagine what will start happening. So this is it. We can't allow you to take over the place. But that is what they're agitating now. I said, goat does not bite. But when goat is pushed to the wall, it bites. That is where we are. We are fed up. We don't want to restore to suffering. We believe in the unity of this country. And that is what I've been preaching. But we're being overstretched.
Shut up. Unity of which country?
Maiyegun diary, Politico. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
So, but there is a video. Something that an American, should I say, an American embassy in Nigeria, a representative of American embassy in Nigeria, has something to say about this whole problem. America said they're not going to be able to help. So Nigeria can be fixed. Forget it. They're just waiting for everything to explode. Okay? And with the way I see it, these criminals, they have exit plan for themselves and their family members. These northern terrorists, starting from Buhari, they have this exit plan for themselves. Okay? So they are building a special, special city for him in Niger Republic. Okay? So they are also constructing a rail line for him so that whenever he wants to come and collect, or they want to come and help him collect his pension, so he can use the train. Okay, if Nigeria is going to burn, they will be long gone into Maradi and then Niger Republic. So the plan is not even for northern Nigeria. They have borrowed Nigeria to death, by the way. Right? They have destroyed the economy beyond any recovery. Forget it. And there is no plan for their people because they continue to go. They continue with that. But this American had this to say.
Nigeria knows what to do. Can I have a cry of yes for that. Does Nigeria know what to do? Amen. Or Nagode. You guys, you don't need anybody to tell you what to do. It's very simple. Number one, don't look to government and get rid of gasoline subsidies because they cost every Nigerian citizen more than they're worth. Number two, educate and empower every girl and every woman so that Nigeria sees her future with two eyes and can grab it with two arms and not one. Number three, probably power to the people. Put an electricity meter in every home and pay for what you get. And tell the companies that you'll pay if they deliver. But Nigeria knows all that. And they know one other thing. Tonight and every night, every Nigerian is both a citizen and a subject. I thought that was strange because in the United States we're not. And then I remembered all those other monarchies around the world, including Britain, where the same is true. But there's a difference. In Nigeria, there is one government, but there are hundreds of sovereigns. So a great challenge for Nigeria, a great asset of Nigeria, is for all those who lead, from sultans and lamidus and shehus and emirs in the north, to obis and obas and kings here in the south, for all the leaders of Nigeria and all the subjects that they represent to come together to make this nation one nation bound in freedom with peace and unity. And in this process, you can count on the United States
of America. You get what I'm talking about? I just wanted to pick that citizens and subjects from that video. Nigeria, in a context, is a country of citizens and subjects. I don't think I need to tell you who are the citizens, who are the subjects in Nigeria today. You know what I'm talking about? Well, somebody has something to say. I have played this video before. I'm going to play it again. Is somebody who actually sort of hit the nail on the head. Every word is spoken in that video, and I want you to listen to it. It takes us back to where I started from. How they can use religion to manipulate, or they continue to do that. But the moment you know better, they can't do it again, right? In Yoruba land, we'll give education to girl child. We give as the same way as we give education to the boy child. Therefore, if our own criminal politicians in Yoruba land, if they have been investing in that education, maybe we would have been seeing with two eyes, okay? But now it's like the blind, one-eyed man leading blind in Yoruba land. And that is what we have to let people see. And we should never let them use religion to continue to deceive us. I love this. I'm sharing it with you tonight.
Yeah, have you seen how useless and stupidity religion has made a black man, especially Nigerians, to become? Nigeria pastors and bishops and reverends has made every average Nigeria Christian to become so stupid as before the world. And that is why they are dying in daily basis, because they are under the control of the so-called brainwashed pastors and bishops that are fooling them in Nigeria in daily basis. Just what you are watching here, this is a pastor in Nigeria. The pastor is being protected with military personnel, with police officers, with full-loaded arms, magazine, AK-47. Now, the same pastor has his own olive oil and sticker that he is giving to his members for protection. A Nigeria graduate, a citizen of Nigeria who is a graduate, as a member of this man church, that buys olive oil and sticker from this man church for his own protection and his family. Why the man that are selling the olive oil to them is being protected with mopos, with guns, with magazine? Is this not foolishness? That is why Africans don't know the meaning of security. Because Nigerian Christian leaders are busy covering them with the blood of Jesus every day. And that is why Nigerian citizen dies every day more than the animals in America and Europe. The European that brought Christianity to Africa mount one of the best satellites on the sky, monitoring their city. Why a black man in Nigeria is hanging what they call scapula, chaplet, their pastor's picture, their pastor's pin-up or whatever, on their neck, and they are putting a pin-up on their chest in the name of protection. These people are people who are traveling on a death trap road in daily basis, and they are dying. But Nigerian Christian leader has made them to start giving a testimony that their fellow human being died on a bad road, and them themselves did not die. So Nigerian Christians celebrate the death of their fellow human being, and they use it as a miracle. We are 20 in that bus, and 10 died, and not among those who died. Instead of fighting how that road will be repaired, so that he will not be involved in the next accident in the next day. Thousands of Nigerian Christians have become so useless. That is why in Nigeria you see them, they will buy a factory and fold it and turn it into church, where they pray for protection, where they pray for prosperity. Nigerians are praying for prosperity in a country where there is no factory. Europeans work for prosperity. Americans work for prosperity. While black Africans, especially Nigerians, praise for prosperity. So it is time you have to use your brain. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, if that chaplet you are reading, if that scapula on your neck, if that so-called sacrament you are praying to in daily basis to protect you, if it is active, if it really works, believe me, you cannot do it more than the Chinese. You cannot do it more than the Japanese. You cannot do it more than America. You cannot do it more than the Britain that brought the religion to you. For you to see how stupid the black man is. In Christianity religion, there is what they call blessed sacrament, made with gold. That the production of the sacrament gives millions of job opportunities to the Chinese and the India, Japans that don't even go to church. They use the production of sacrament to create job for the citizens. Why a black man prays to the sacrament in Nigeria for prosperity and for job employment? Do you see how stupid black people has become because of religion? Now that sacrament, where they keep it, is being called chapel. Where they normally keep it in the church is called chapel. In that chapel may have like 3 gates, 3 doors, 3 iron doors, 3 authentic iron doors. Still, they will still go and look for people that will build another protector for the sacrament in the same chapel. And they will go to the market and purchase a key that is being manufactured by the Chinese that don't go to church to lock the blessed sacrament so that the armed robbers will not steal it because it's made of gold. Now, something that a black man gave security, not to be stolen, not to be stolen, not to be destroyed. A black man is now praying to what he gave security to protect him or her. Is this not madness? Is this not stupidity? Something you gave proper security is what you are praying to protect you from Enugu to Onitsha, which you know that the road is a death trap. Instead of you to fighting to give yourself a total security on that road, as you have given to the sacrament you are bowing down for. Black race, we have been condemned to death by religion. The Europeans know what they did to us. They injected this madness to a black man's sense, and that is why we are among the poorest human beings on this planet Earth. Look at the environment where you are living. And the animals from Europe cannot live where you are living. Can you see how stupid black people is? A black man, it is time for you to wake up. Look at a pastor being protected with gun, with machine gun, with AK-47. You see as they are following him as if he is a president. Prime Minister of Italy cannot have a squad like this to protect him. The Prime Minister of United Kingdom cannot move with a squad like this in the name of security. The Prime Minister of India, Modi, cannot move with squad of security like this for protection. But ordinary pastor who's supposed to go and look for work to do, is brainwashing people, taking the offering and tithes of the masses, telling them that the world is about to end. You know, he's being protected with soldiers, with armies, with police officers, with AK-47. And in that process, he still have the guts to print a sticker to sell to Nigerians, especially the graduates. I don't know, being a graduate in Nigeria is just useless. That is how religion have reduced our graduates to. You know, you are buying a sticker and olive oil to protect you and your family, while your pastor and reverend is being protected with gun. Go to the parish or the church where you worship. But you see people with arms protecting the parish, protecting the church, protecting your reverend living in the church, protecting your pastor, and you are using your pastor's sticker and calendar in your house as means of protection. My dear, religion has made every average Nigerian Christian, every average Nigeria black Christian to keep on dying like a moron. It's a shame in this 21st century that the world is talking about technology. Africans are talking about religion. It is a shame. Shame to black race. Shame to black race. We are in prison everywhere in the world. Black race are being maltreated like animals because we did not respect ourselves. Because
it is a long watch, isn't it? I love the passion he puts into it, because every word that he said, every word that came out of his mouth was so true. There was like somebody sending a punch like that, like that, like that. Don't take offense, okay? When they begin to manipulate you to make you think your faith or your religion is what is not so strong enough, and that is why you are not doing well in life. That is why you can't get a good job, or that is why you are not seeing favor. So people are praying for favor. God, please, I'm looking for favor. God, send me this, send me that, and all of that, right? Because they think they don't deserve it. Imagine you thinking that you don't deserve something. Nigeria makes you feel like you don't deserve better. Don't you think? People get used to it. So when there is no electricity, everybody just get used to it. They'll just find money and buy generator. When there's no good hospitals, people will just try and get some money and just use private hospital. When there is no good education to take care of the masses, the children, what do? People find money to go and get any kind of education for their children. They find way. They said when you push Nigerians to the wall, you will think they will turn back and fight you. No, give them time. They will make hole inside that wall, and they will make and try to escape. Do you get what I mean now? That's the point. So if you are an average human being, whether you are a Northerner, whether you are an Hausa or a Fulani, or Yoruba, wherever you come from, Nigeria makes you feel like you don't deserve better. That is why when you begin to look better, people will begin to say, oh, do you know maybe he's an armed robber? What is he doing for a living? Why is he looking good? And people will even say it to your face. People don't see it as anything wrong. My brother, you are looking good, though. These days, you're just looking fresh, as if to say you have been looking dirty, which is possibly true. They have been seeing you as dirty, and it's normal. It's good for you to continue to look dirty, because that's it, right? So if you just turn around and say, well, I just got a job. Oh, congratulations. Oh, that's great. What kind of job? You just found a good job. Oh. Then you say, sir, I just bought a car. What if you lose the job? How are you going to be paying for the car? Because Nigeria makes you feel like you don't deserve better. And because of that, they want you to be spiritually strong. Like, Enogun Parrot Mbaka. I am speaking spiritually. I am hearing from God. Why won't they hear from God? Everybody is hustler. Because Nigeria makes you feel like you don't deserve better. You don't deserve to live in a house where you actually. That is why some of us, I'm not going to lie. You see, I wasn't that poor in Nigeria, but I experienced poverty, like firsthand. When I got to the UK, the fact that I was like, okay, I could just apply for a house, and I'm going to be given the house. Wow, so I'm going to have a house of my own. Really? That's good. I like that. It makes you feel like you are a human being. But in Nigeria, when you say, instead of you to go and buy a car, why don't you go and build a house? House will last, because according to them, if Nigeria affects you, maybe you can go back to your house. At least you won't have to worry about rent. You can continue to live poor, even though you have a house. That kind of a thing. And I know many people who have houses. They live like poor people. They deserve to live in a house where they have 24 hours electricity. They don't deserve, right, to be taken to a better hospital without being asked who is going to pay. They don't think they deserve it. So if you do it, they will be like, are you sure? Are you sure they don't collect money? Because they will be like, how can anybody not collect money? Because they've never seen it, and they would never believe that they deserve it. And some of you grew up like that. You deserve better. Don't let the likes of this APC, Egbekegbe, Or this Tifnumbu and Co. Don't let them continue to tell you that you don't deserve better. Who says you don't? Because they told you, you outsource your thinking. You want them to think for you. You outsource your own thinking to your own pastor, to your own imam, to everybody that can tell you that they hear from God. When indeed they can hear from God, fine. You still have to do a lot yourself. So I don't need you to like me. Okay? I don't need you to like me. Liking me is even something very much expensive to maintain. When everybody says, I like you, I like you, I like you, that kind of like can give me some serious burden, so kind of trying to be nice too. Because it's nice to be liked. I love my friends. They love me. Look at them. They are watching me now. Everywhere, all over the world. They love Maiyegun. But if you don't like me, fine. You don't have to. But can you disprove all I've said so far? Can you fault of all I've said so far? Can you? You probably won't be able to. But when you look at it deeper, right, you will realize that I'm actually talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about every one of us that has a role to play to demand for what is better. If people don't know that they deserve better, let us tell them. Rather than continue to tell them that asking for something better is a call for war. How can you be so educated that a referendum means war to you? And you are listening to some of these Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogu Alimajiris, the Buhari idiots, all of these all-risers, these crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers. You are reading them on social media. These are guys who live off 1,000, 2,000. Can I see 2K? Can you help me with 2K? Can you do this and that? These are guys who live off that. They are telling you what is best for you, and you are outsourcing your thinking to them. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. And that is why I'm going to, man, I didn't even know that my hair has really grown so much. I'm going to have a haircut tomorrow, by the way. So this is why I'm going to draw the curtains tonight. So I've had my own fair share of it tonight, okay? I'm going to see you again. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Maybe when you see me tomorrow, I'll be looking this fine. I'm fine. And continue to tell yourself, Oduduwa Republic first. Yoruba first. And if we don't have the number yet, you haven't been playing your role. It means that you have to take it upon yourself. If you care, not just for yourself, but for the generation coming after you. With what Nigeria is today, we will go into extinction in no time. And there will be nobody. There will be nobody to bring us back. All right? That is why the likes of Tifnumbu, the likes of Obaso, and the rest of them like that are preaching one Nigeria. Let them know that this generation, right, sooner or later, we will make them realize that they will not decide for us. No matter how long it takes, we know they have all the power, all the strength to do all they can still do, right? But they have no power like the people's power, That's what Princess told me yesterday. Princess said, there is power, there is people, and there is people's power, which is greater than the power. So people will realize their power. They will ask for something different, and they will have to give it to them. So you don't need to like me to believe that. You just have to wait and watch. We call it wait and see. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Yinka, thank you very much for your super sticker, by the way. I saw it, but I couldn't really get onto that. Well, I'm going to see you again tomorrow. And like I said, maybe I'll look good. I will look better from tomorrow. For those of you who always ask, is this live? Is this video live? Now you know that I've got this overgrown beard, I'm not shaped and all of that. When you see me next time, I'll look like a fresh new guy. Then you get to know that it is live. So to my Oduduwa brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, you made us proud today. We are very proud of you. Continue to be what you are doing, non-violent, and continue to raise the awareness. Many of us are also doing our part to help and support. We are proud of you, okay? I'll leave with the Oduduwa anthem tonight. And again, like I said, Buhari is doing a great job, okay? Don't ever join those that are going to ask him to resign. He won't resign. Don't join them. Let him finish that time. In fact, if they have more power, they should extend it more. He's doing a great job in dividing Nigeria. Not me. He's doing it. And we should commend him for it. So gradually, we are close to home, more than you can imagine. Good night.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjọ́ ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì.
bẹ́ni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ kùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó.